A new cybersecurity threat, known as the Tsundere Botnet, is rapidly expanding and targeting Windows users. This development, reported on November 20, 2025, highlights the evolving tactics cybercriminals are using to exploit popular culture for malicious purposes. Active since mid-2025, the Tsundere Botnet employs game-related lures to attract victims. Researchers from Kaspersky have noted that it executes arbitrary JavaScript code from a command and control server. While the exact methods of propagation remain unclear, it appears that attackers may be using legitimate tools to deliver malware disguised as game installers. In this video, we'll explore how the Tsundere Botnet operates, the technology behind it, and the implications for users and cybersecurity professionals alike. If you find this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Timeline of events. How Tsundere operates. Since its emergence, the Tsundere Botnet has demonstrated a sophisticated operational structure that leverages both traditional malware techniques and innovative blockchain technology. The botnet's command and control (C2) infrastructure is particularly noteworthy, as it utilizes the Ethereum blockchain to dynamically manage its server addresses. By employing a smart contract created in September 2024, the operators can easily rotate their C2 servers, enhancing their resilience against takedown efforts. The process begins with the botnet infecting a target system through a seemingly innocuous MSI installer or PowerShell script. Once executed, these scripts install Node.js and utilize npm to download essential libraries, facilitating the bot's functionality. The inclusion of the PM2 package plays a crucial role in ensuring the bot's persistence, as it configures the malware to restart upon system login, maintaining a continuous presence on the infected device. Upon establishing a connection to the C2 server, the bot retrieves JavaScript code that can be executed on the host machine. This flexibility allows the Tsundere Botnet to adapt its capabilities quickly, executing a range of malicious actions as dictated by its operators. Although Kaspersky researchers did not observe any follow-up commands during their analysis, the architecture of the botnet suggests that it can be easily modified to deploy new payloads as needed. The control panel utilized by the Tsundere operators allows for a high degree of customization and management. Users can create new malware artifacts, monitor bot performance, and even engage in the buying and selling of botnet services on a dedicated marketplace. This operational model not only enhances the botnet's effectiveness but also fosters a community among cybercriminals, further complicating efforts to combat such threats. The Tsundere Botnet's origins appear to be linked to Russian-speaking cybercriminals, as indicated by the use of the Russian language in its source code and specific operational guidelines that restrict targeting within Russia and the CIS. This association raises concerns about the botnet's potential connections to broader cybercrime networks, especially given its overlap with previously documented malicious npm campaigns. In summary, the Tsundere Botnet represents a significant evolution in cyber threats, combining traditional malware techniques with modern blockchain capabilities to create a flexible, resilient, and user-friendly platform for malicious activities. As cybersecurity experts continue to analyze its operations, the need for robust defenses against such adaptable threats becomes increasingly critical. Impact on users and organizations. What you need to know. As the Tsundere Botnet continues to expand, its implications for both individual users and organizations are becoming increasingly concerning. The botnet's reliance on game-related lures poses a unique risk, particularly for younger audiences and gaming communities who may be more susceptible to downloading pirated software. This demographic is often less aware of cybersecurity threats, making them prime targets for exploitation. Organizations must be vigilant as well, especially those in the tech and gaming industries. The use of legitimate tools such as remote monitoring and management (RMM) software to propagate malware underscores the need for comprehensive security protocols. Businesses that utilize such tools should ensure they are regularly updated and monitored for suspicious activity to prevent unauthorized access. The botnet's ability to use the Ethereum blockchain for command and control operations is particularly noteworthy. This decentralized approach not only enhances the resilience of the botnet but also complicates detection and mitigation efforts. Organizations should consider employing advanced monitoring techniques that can analyze blockchain transactions linked to known malicious activities. Moreover, the flexibility of the Tsundere Botnet to execute arbitrary JavaScript code presents a significant threat. Users and organizations alike should be cautious about executing scripts from unknown sources, as these could lead to severe data breaches or system compromises. Regular training and awareness programs can help users recognize potential threats and adopt safer online behaviors. The presence of a dedicated marketplace for botnet services also highlights an alarming trend in the cybercrime landscape. Organizations should be aware that their defenses could be tested by actors who can easily purchase or lease botnets like Tsundere, enabling even less technically skilled individuals to launch sophisticated attacks. Finally, the Russian language presence in the botnet's code and the operational guidelines for users indicate a well-organized threat actor with specific regional considerations. This suggests that organizations may need to enhance their geopolitical threat assessments and adjust their cybersecurity strategies accordingly, particularly if they operate in or with regions where Russian-speaking cybercriminals are active. In summary, the Tsundere Botnet exemplifies a multifaceted threat that requires a proactive and informed response from both individual users and organizations to mitigate its impact effectively. In light of the growing threat posed by the Tsundere Botnet, cybersecurity experts are actively developing monitoring and mitigation strategies to counter its impact. One crucial approach involves enhancing detection capabilities for the specific JavaScript code executed by the botnet, which can be challenging due to its ability to adapt dynamically. Researchers are advocating for improved heuristics that can identify suspicious behaviors associated with the botnet's activities, particularly those that involve the use of legitimate tools like remote monitoring and management (RMM) software. Furthermore, organizations are encouraged to implement strict controls around software installation processes. This includes educating users about the risks of downloading pirated games and the potential for malware disguised as legitimate software. By raising awareness, companies can reduce the likelihood of users inadvertently installing the Tsundere Botnet. Another key strategy is the use of advanced threat intelligence sharing among cybersecurity firms and governmental agencies. By pooling resources and knowledge about the Tsundere Botnet's infrastructure, including its Ethereum-based command and control mechanisms, stakeholders can develop a more comprehensive picture of the threat landscape. This collaborative effort can lead to faster identification of new C2 addresses and the development of countermeasures. Additionally, the integration of machine learning algorithms into existing security systems is being explored. These algorithms can analyze patterns of botnet behavior and detect anomalies that may indicate an ongoing infection or attempted compromise. Such proactive measures are essential for staying ahead of the evolving tactics employed by cybercriminals. Lastly, regulatory bodies are considering frameworks that mandate transparency in software development, particularly for tools that could be exploited by malicious actors. By enforcing stricter guidelines on software security, the aim is to reduce the attack surface available to botnets like Tsundere, making it more difficult for them to propagate and execute their malicious payloads. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.